Over time, mappers tried to present us with challenges that only the best players in the community could face in their respective fields. They were trying to achieve the highest star rating by any means, with either overemphasized jumps spreading across the entire screen, making you move your head along to keep up with them, super fast streams reaching the limits of the human body, or streams with enormous spacing between the circles. 14 years of meta development in the community is easy to notice if we take a look across the entire mapping journey since its beginnings. The everlasting chase for the hardest map ranked in OSU standard has always been, is and will be in the dreams of new mappers or even the current ones. With countless maps reaching 8 or 9 star difficulty, we tend to forget about the original maps that broke the barriers, mental or physical limits imposed by people until somebody finally decides to break them. Let me take you on a journey through time to re-experience or learn about how mappers were progressively breaking the ranked sections limits, with a bit of also history too. So this was supposed to be published way earlier than it did, but the OSU team themselves showed me a big middle finger towards me saying fuck your desired schedule. So on the 27th of July, oh no. So on this miracle day of 27th of July, OSU team decided to roll in the star rating changes, where without getting into the non-important details, it changes the star rating of maps. Which is the fucking subject of this video. So, at the end of the day, the list ended up completely different from the original one, giving me, aside from mental breakdown, a lot of trouble double checking the list. Also, it made me a little bit lazy to redo the script for the third time. Let me quickly explain the UI. So this video isn't 20 hours long, unless it already is. In the upper left corner there will be the name of the song, the mapper will be below. On the right there will be two values. The first one will be the initial star rating, and the second one the current star rating. This list is sorted by current star rating. I will explain later why. Enjoy the video. Welcome to 2007, the year where the first iPhone was announced and released, Transformers was one of the best-selling films, and one game popped up in the depths of the internet called OS. We can start the timeline from October 6th, 2007, right? Most of you might think that the first map ever created was Disco Prince. However, it's more complicated than that. You see, the first OSU build was released in July 2007, with an fully functional editor. However, the map got ranked in October, so we are missing a lot of things here. Unfortunately, we can't deduce what map was created first. However, there are three possibilities that will satisfy everyone: earliest documented map, earliest submitted and later ranked map, and earliest submitted never ranked map. The earliest documented map, even this doesn't have one specific answer. To keep it simple, it's either Harmonia MP3 or This Wanna Be Free. Unfortunately, gameplay cannot be found for either of these. Both are estimated to be created around July 2007. The earliest submitted and later ranked map. Surprisingly, it's not Disco Prince. It's a map called Hitotoshi Tajikuga Bureteiru, mapped by Ele. It was posted on OSU forums over a month before Disco Prince. It was later ranked during the bulk ranking on the 8th of October. I wanna do a quick shoutout to Zelk for finding an even older one than I originally found. The earliest submitted never ranked map. This one serves as a little bonus. This is a DJ Max's cutout submitted on 22nd of September. So since the history lesson is behind us, shall we begin with the timeline? So first up is Disco Prince, which for a first map isn't that bad. I saw worse ones getting ranked 14 years later, and it's deadly 4 stars? You see, this is the first entry on this list and we already have a problem. Back then, Peppy didn't bother to make it clear in his post how hard the map is, unlike the standard forum post nowadays. That's the first reason why this list is sorted by current star rating. So, depending on the client you pick, it varies between 3.5 to 4 stars. So I'll rate 3 values here on the screen right now, with star ratings for different clients. The last one is the very first save on Wayback Machine from early 2009. I might hear you asking why so late. Well, since before that nobody bothered to save it, so with 3.98 star, here are 50 FCs. I think everyone knows this entry, so let me go to the next ones. Unfortunately, nothing overly dramatic is happening in the early days, so it will be rather quick. So I'll start to comment on anything outstanding. Okay, I think that this entry is quite interesting. The first of many DJ Pops maps. Despite this being created in October of 2007, everyone who has ever seen or played this map can confirm how merciless it is in terms of difficulty, especially for the level of skill which players had back in 2007. An evil combination of CS6 AR6 with some ridiculous to read and play patterns easily made this the hardest map created to that particular point. To prove a point, this map wasn't no mod FC till 2009, an entire year later. The best score to this point had an American player and mapper Rolt with an insane 3-miss run done on November 28th of 2008. Some day before 2009, Polish player Shagon FC'd this map for the first time with easy mod. Unfortunately, there is no way of checking when this play exactly happened. It never was a number 1 score on the map, and mod rankings have been introduced much later. What is also a big shame is the fact that the date of the first ever FC on this map also can't be checked. It was done by Polish player White Wolf, later known as Wolf. The only info we have about this play is that it was done before August 19th of 2009. However, what happened on that date? Well, this happened. The first ever modded FC on Cheer. Absolutely amazing play. In later years, the map has only been improved by either re-sniping with already existing mods like Racker's second Hidden FC in July 2010, adding mods like Flashlight by Kidley in February 2011, or combining mods like Milhiref in May of 2017. The last improvement to be seen was DTFC by Ryu in February 2019. If anyone is interested, this map is the oldest map unFC'd with Hard Rock to this very day. What's the deal with DJ Pop? Well, back then he was creating one of the most difficult maps available for everyone to play, however their level exceeded the current skill level of players. While Cheer was hard mainly due to combination of CS and way patterns were mapped, here the map is just a hell. A snapping and a reading hell. We can distinguish two different things which make this map a genuine hell. The first one is a few very questionable snaps like this 1-6 into 1-4 triples, or this node being completely unsnapped. Also these patterns, like not only does it introduce everything in a single stack, but also varies the snapping throughout the entire pattern to the point where you need to remember how to click it. Remember that this map was ranked in 2008, so naturally people weren't as skilled as they are nowadays. Early on the forums, Saturos, the number 1 player at the time, reported only a pass. However, the first result screen will be presented by the current number 12 player at the time, James, achieving a D rank with 58% and 56%. In the early days of this map being ranked, the players couldn't really play this map at all. First leaderboard score was done by Mahal30, also known as Burai Master, which is a C rank, and later Rold did a high C rank, and people started progressing as Rold later in 2009 did the first ever B rank. However, people were looking up to the top players to finally defeat the Kanbo. Chess and FC would be satisfying for now. But who would it be? Well, the same person who defeated the previous map, White Wolf. On July 3rd, 2009, White Wolf achieved the first ever FC on Kambo with 91.76% accuracy, while setting a new record in number of people spectating a single player at the same time at around 70. Next to FC will be both White Wolf and Shagun. While we know that Wolf FC'd near the end of 2009, Shagun just straight up no idea. The score wasn't a number 1, and again, selected mods weren't a thing yet. However, we are 100% certain about his FL score. The first FL FC caused other people like White Wolf to follow up HDFL or later GN with HDHRFL. However, the most interesting fact about this map, in particular, is that it doesn't have any DTFCs yet, making it the longest standing non-DTFC'd map in OSO history. Nothing is technically impossible about this map to not be FC'd, however it is very hard, but it's definitely doable. Do you know this option? Yeah, most people tend to forget that you can still play it. How does it connect to the progression of difficulty? So of course our god and savior DJ Pop comes to the rescue, and the early of 2009 will start to make dedicated maps for this particular game mode available only in multiplayer. But imagine that this had a leaderboard, so if you played this in the solo mode, you were placed on it. Thankfully you couldn't at the time get any score because of the freshly introduced approved status, but you wouldn't get much score back then either. Because of that idea, the star rating skyrocketed from teeny tiny 5.6 stars to 9.28 stars, and created its own timeline. Of course you have insane people being able to play maps for 4 people using their own 2 hands, but still, I will put this as a different timeline. So this timeline ends on this map, Iueno na Kanojo Nanoka, 11.4 stars, making it the highest star rating ever, including maps later in the video. And the OSU community won't be able to beat it for the next 12 years and have it ranked. Okay, let's get back here to the actual timeline. What does it have next? Since the last map, which was Chocobo, classics like Emerald Sword or Impossible Also Beat map, got ranked. What would it be? Shotgun Symphony Plus. Wait a moment, Why is the initial star rating value higher than 5 stars? Have I done the typo? Actually, no, unfortunately for the reason unknown to me, but this map was the only map pre-changed in 2015, which on the forums and on the website displayed a star rating higher than 5 stars. Also, if you want to know more about this iconic map, 2127 did an amazing mini-doc about it, which you can find in the pinned comment below or in the upper right corner if you are interested in a more detailed story about it. You see, I wanted to do a cool backstory of how PPV1 was a revolutionary change, how it was flawed in places, however Willy made an awesome mini-doc about it, so if you are much more interested in the history and practicality of that, the link will be in the card. Also, this video would end up way longer than it already is. So, do you remember the map He Has No Mittens introduced not so long ago? Well, this map is a bit longer, faster and wackier. VIII set introduces a variety of mappers like Angel Honey or Louis Cypher, with their difficulty showing how truly hard also beat map may be, but this set includes one more difficulty. Created by Blue Dragon, difficulty Nogard was quite a hell. On top of AR9 flat, the map introduced a lot of burst in 240 BPM and square jumps on the entire screen. If I had to say one positive thing about the rework I talked about in the beginning of the video, it would be putting this map on the list. Mapped by Scorpio in May and approved in September 2013, 260 BPM speed and consistency check for top players. The map, despite its length, is unforgiving for the entire duration of it, with only a few slower parts to rest. History of image material is one of its kind. Hakurai Reimu did an amazing 5-miss run with a 1.3 combo, which back then was a really strong score, and later Wolf with 1.6k combo. However, this map has one thing which makes it completely outstanding from the rest. What if I tell you that this map, exhausting 260 BPM speed and consistency check, was VIII in the tournament setup?
Got the highest combo. If he, as long as he finishes the map, he's going to be #1 on it now.
Oh my god! Front page of Reddit, here we come.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
He almost messed up there. Oh my god!
Yeah, that was close. Oh my. This show match was supposed to be lighthearted and just for the fun of it, but we're witnessing the #1 score on one of the most popular maps in the game. Oh, and he breaks!
Oh my god!
Well, I lied. Ruruchi did only one Slayer break for the entire 6.5 minutes. Absolutely amazing play. However now, who will be the first to see it? Despite community efforts, this record stood and stood. Well, it will be a person who restricted themselves in late 2013 and later unbanned in late 2015. Cookiezi. At the end of 2015, Cookiezi came back stronger than ever, setting the first image material FC, later replicated by Levels in 2016, and since then the avalanche of scores has been set. To this day, the only modded FC is Okinamo's hidden FC. We still need to wait for Ager FC. Maybe it's around the corner. We will never know. And it's PPV2 now. Time flies, huh? The current PP system is far from perfect, but it's infinitely better than PPV1. Also, around this time there will be an important change where on the website, maps are no longer capped at 5 stars. Finally, the higher value will be making more sense. Since every single one of you can experience the PPV2 by your own accord, I find it pointless to talk about this more in depth. Mapped by Ekoro in 2014 and ranked in 2015, the map is completely merciless. Even if it's slower and shorter than image material, the map has a lot more streams in 240 BPM, and the ending is spicing things up with its ridiculous spacing and final death stream. Since it's 2015 and maps like image material were already in the game and highly contested by top players, another speed check didn't make much trouble to A-rank this map, even before it got ranked like Dustice, Doomsday or Meltina. The real deal was for the first FC on that map. The diff spike and overall difficulty weren't helping. People still preferred to pick up the half-time like Index with his insane HTHR FC around rank. In the no-mod battlefield, Doomsday did an amazing 900 combo play in April 2015, later Rafis with 1.1k combo in July 2015. However, of course, the one and only Cookiezi will be the one to defeat Everything Will Freeze as the first one in January of 2016. The interesting fight was on the modded side of things, excluding difficulty reducing mods. The closest attempt pre-2020 will be of course Cookiezi, who was playing this map with HDHR and ending up with 1.6k combo. However, the first to FC Everything Will Freeze will be the same person who FC'd image material, Okinama with his hidden FC. For the entire year nothing will happen on that map, however in April of 2021, quite literally out of nowhere, this happened.
Oh my god!
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, the history of Apparition is quite vivid from its submission, and since this video is already so long, if you want to know the history of this map, the Bromaster's video about it will be a great source. The year is 2016. The highest PP play of all time is Freedom Dive by Cookiezi. The biggest cheating fiasco in the entire game was just happening, and Ratwell was still playing the game. Feeling old yet? Great! In this exact year, also Community was introduced to the new challenge. However, right now it was a bit different. Map 10 ranked by Mazar in 2016 isn't a speed check per se, like the rest of the maps past introducing PPV2, however, it's hell to aim. This is not a jump map, however the stream shapes and jumps on this map are hard for an average circle clicking enjoyer. Additionally, this map has one part with obligatory speed check with its 260 BPM part. However, the aim requirement is also insane of these streams, sometimes getting spaced so much that circles have gaps between them. Still wanna remind you that I'm still talking about 260 BPM part, and the map is 6 minutes long. Good luck in FCing it. For 5 years of this map's existence, it gathered only 15 passes, all no mod. Well, while talking about difficulty increasing mods, because on the other point of the spectrum, it gathered 2 easy passes, counted halftime passes, and 1 FC. Easy halftime FC, and that's of course by GN. It is really funny that the only A rank on this map is by one of the fastest players ever touching this game, Aresin. Welcome to the zone where even also website is unable to process the star rating visually. It's a 10-star territory. However, the maps within this territory are usually very similar to each other, usually they are high BPM and either are heavily aim or speed dependent. Well, this map requires both of them. Even if the set is hosted by Alhik, the map in question here is from the same person who made the time freeze, Ekoro. Even if it's the shortest map out of all past PPV2, the map is just unforgiving for the entire duration. The map contains a lot of triples back to back to back, you get the drill. Geometrical jumps, fast and sometimes really spacey streams. Oh, you ask what BPM is this? Well, it's 290. So yeah, this you have to click at 290 BPM. In all of that, I don't think that it will be as shocking if I say that this map has only one pass after literally 2 years of this map being ranked. Damn, this video is already pretty long. Let's put an end to it. It won't be a big exaggeration if I will say that this map is very similar to the one before, but it decided to just one-up absolutely everything. The BPM is now nice and around the 300. This map also has multiple triples placed subsequently and jumps. Oh boy, about jumps. I can just show you this. Yeah, very long jump section, introducing triples during it, fucking the finger control a lot. And streams? Well, this is literally on the end of the map, and if you can somehow withstand 4.5 minutes of merciless 300 BPM experience, you have to clear those. No wonder why this map doesn't have any FCs or passes on normal raid, and halftime also has a few B and C ranks. Alright, thanks to all of you for sticking around here for this little journey through the piece of Austria history. I hope you enjoyed it along the way. If you liked the video, please leave the like, and if you want to be notified about the new video when it actually comes out, subscribe. Cheers!